It was 20 years ago today. Sergeant Pepper taught the band to play. They've been going in and out of style. And okay, so this is Chris from Record Talk, and so we're doing records from 2003, which was 20 years ago. And this record by the Beatles is actually, so it's an anniversary issue. Is this like the 20th anniversary of this album? Well, no, this was the 50th anniversary of this album, and it was the 50th anniversary of this album in 2017, which was 6 years ago, which means this album came out in 1967, which was 56 years ago. But it does have that song, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, One and Only Billy Shears, and all of that. So we should probably actually talk about some albums from the year 2003. Apologies in advance. A lot of my gatefold vinyl records are going to be kept in their shrink. Sorry. So obviously one of the monster albums. I mean, I've got the Third Man flag back there. Is the White Stripes Elephant from 2003, which of course features the one song from the White Stripes that everybody knows and has probably heard too many times, the Jock Rock Stadium Anthem, Seven Nation Army, which is very much into the category of a very cool song that's been played way too much. You've got Black Math, I Just Don't Know What to Do With Myself, Ball of Biscuit, The Heart Is Button to Button, etc., etc. These are the complete recordings in chronological order, and so this is a good album from the year 2003. Another big, massive, long-ass album from the year 2003 in the fancy Final Me Please version. The Mars Volta deloused in the Comatorium. So there's like prints and posters and inserts and all sorts of extra bullshit with this. I'm trying to remember, it's two or three discs? I think it's 2 discs. Might be 3 discs. Who knows? Lots of stuff. So of course, Mars Volta, very cool group. Whether you want, I don't know how you want to describe them, as 21st century prog rock or math rock influenced, whatever you want to say about them, and very, very cool back cover, very weird, and so there's the Mars Volta for you. Not as well known as either of those, but you know I've talked about these guys before, the legendary Shack Shakers, with Cockadoodle Don't from 2003. This is largely considered to be their best record. So you got Colonel J.D. Wilkes on vocals, harmonica, melodeon, banjo, and keys on Hound God Rekkids, and with other people appearing with them at this point. Some of the greatest song titles of all time is sort of this psychobilly, tripped out southern surreal goth music, Pine Tree Boogie, Help Me From My Brain, Shake Rag Holler, Blood on the Bluegrass, Hoptown Jailbreak. So Hoptown is Hopkinsville, which isn't too far away from here. So I guess if I'm ever caught in Hoptown for a jailbreak. And we've got less than a minute left. We're going to show you a couple of CDs from 2003. So we have Evan Dando's only solo album called Baby I'm Bored. And if you're wondering how is an Evan Dando solo album different from any Lemonheads record made 1990 or afterwards, and the answer is it's not. This could have been the Lemonheads Baby I'm Bored and nobody would have noticed anything was different. And then we've got Liz Phair's self-titled record. So she got the big producer, tried to write some hits, got savaged by the critics, and I don't think it's a very good album. I think the one she did after this is even worse. I'm kind of stick with the 1990s for Liz Phair. Sorry if that's not fair.